Any healer. Carlana, awesome. And then, are there any physical batteries that would like to do that kind of thing? Might help out Eric a bit. If there are any. It's not super required, honestly, but it is nice to have. If you want to do any excellence memory. I'm not gonna force people to do it, so if there are no volunteers, then we just won't have any.
I know Eric is trying to see all of the mechanics for Duel as well. I think he had asked you twice.
What? No, wait, I didn't get any messages from Eric. What the heck?
Look in
chat.
the link shell.
Am I
in the Alliance
blind?
chat.
What's going on? I'm actually just blind. I'm not reading. I tend to like zone out when vets are talking.
Man, he really was right. Literally, no one can read.
Yeah, I mean, mainly it's just when vets are talking. I mainly look for learners because I assume vets are just memeing.
Oh, it's party. You want me to join?
Preferably D, because they don't have a tank and they'll be a full party. They'll be solo tanking.
Alright, I'll just join as Red Mage because it's locked. And then go to tank after. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine, I go to Red Mage.
Also, Eli said they'll fizz bat for TA and Queen.
Eli, awesome. Okay. Technically, Eric can do Queen's Guard then, if he wants to sack his holster a tiny bit.
Yeah, I was good typing it. It's actually easier for me to do TA or Queen and have Eli do the other two, because I want to mimic at QG. Yeah.
If he's wanting to see the mechanics, he has to plot over his excellence.
Okay, Eli, then can you do Queen's Guard and Queen, and then Eric can do TA? Would that work? Awesome.
That works for me.
Eli Queensguard, Eric TA, and Eli Queen. Awesome. That's our impromptu quick roster. All the main roles good to go. If Eric's going for all the dual mechanics, I assume he's going to be making some kind of video out of it, like he did with his Relentless Play 2 guide. So that'd be cool. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So you'll do Queen's Guard and Queen, Eli. That works out. Okay. Now that all that is out of the way, yeah. I don't know if anybody's new. There's an excellence mimic guide and stuff in there. I wouldn't recommend learners to look at that, honestly. I mean, you can if you would like to try it, but it's not ultra necessary. It's mainly for vets. Now that all that is out of the way, I'm gonna go over a couple of roles and whatnot, in terms of what people are bringing and why, just real quick, while we are here. So if you're looking at the recommended learning holsters that I linked in DR Starting 1 a little bit earlier above the quick roster, you can kind of see a bunch of holsters and stuff in there. How that holster guide works is there's the pop-it box section and then the holster section for every type of holster. The pop-it box is just the 4 things, the 2 actions, the re-raiser, and the pure essence that you'll be popping as soon as we zone in. Those are the things that you should have already slotted as your duty actions, as well as the pure essence and the re-raiser. And those are just the main 4 things that you should have. The holster section just below that is all of the things to fill your holster with, up to 99 space to take throughout the entire instance. That is because once you drop down to either slimes or golems, to one of the 2 pads on the left or right that are in the instance, you cannot get back to the box, unlike DRN. So anything that you have in your holster is what you will have throughout the entire instance, which is why holsters are very important. And that's why I also have them listed out there in case you are not sure what to bring. So for instance, if you were the main tank in your party, meaning you're the only tank, or if you have talked to your other tank and you've decided that who's the main tank and who's the off tank, you should do that, by the way, if you have another tank in your party. The main tank will be bringing the main one to bring Aether Shield, and the off tank will have a backup Aether Shield in their bag. Those are useful later on in the fights. You should not have that slotted right away, but instead you should only have that slotted toward TA and Queen, as they help mitigate some raid wides and stuff later on. Shell is also in there for shelling at TA and Queen, as once again raid wides hurt. And the extra Font of Powers and Lost Sacrifices and stuff in your bags are for reslotting toward TA when your first set of actions will start running out if you're using them off cooldown as you should be. Healer holsters are pretty much all same across the board because I just think people should stop using Lost Reflect and should start learning how to use light curtains. If you're not comfortable with light curtains for any reason, you can remove like maybe a single Lost Arise and slot in a Lost Reflect in there so you can slot that in when it's necessary, but I would recommend just learning how to use light curtains personally. The spell's good for later. One person will need it for Queen's Guard, as well as people will need it for Minnow and Queen. And Steel Sting and Spell Forge is something you should talk to your co-healer about more toward Queen's Guard when we get there, just to know which one of you two is doing Spell Forge and which one of you is doing Steel Sting for your whole party. The extra Seraph Strike is in there for overslotting and whatnot. There should only be 2 people with the Ren melee holsters, that being Atlas and Rika. I think Atlas knows what they're doing, so I'm trust that Atlas will do what they need to do. But if you're new and you don't know what rending is, I would recommend just taking that holster. Basically, your only job is to hit the Ren button and make sure that the Ren stays up on the boss. If you're not a Ren melee, you should be taking the DPS melee holster. Just have Lost Font of Power and HSAC good to go. Should be hitting those with each other every 2 minutes with your 2-minute buffs and whatnot, and just doing damage. Dervs and Fizz ranged. Pretty much every Fizz range should pretty much be a Derv for the most part, unless you have 2 Fizz range in your party. If you have 2 Fizz range in your party, you should talk to your other Fizz ranged and see which one you're doing DPS. But Dervish is a 90-second cooldown that lasts for a minute long. Should be hitting that basically just off cooldown. Just hit it every single time it comes off cooldown, and you should be good to go because your whole party has a 60-second very big buff. Font of Power and HSAC and whatnot for damage. And then C4 casters, your special interaction. The reason you're bringing C4 is not just because of healing. It is for healing as well. It is a very big heal. It's basically a party-wide Benny. Make sure you're hitting that on raid wides. It helps your healers out a ton if you're hitting it. But the other reason that you're bringing it is because it gives it with the interaction with it with Pure Essence of the Elder is that it gives a 60-second party-wide buff, a bravery buff of 10%. You'll be hitting that every single minute to give your whole party that buff. That is the primary reason, but it is also nice to hit it on raid wides, as it is a very big heal. It should only be one C4 caster in every party, so if you are not the C4 caster in your party, probably doing damage, make sure you talk to the other caster in your party if you have 2.
Hello to all my friends and Val. Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. Sorry,
Okay.
Keep going.
Sorry. Okay. That is pretty much everything. I'm gonna hit a ready check to see if everyone is good to go. If you have questions about anything you are doing, sorry I kind of ignored Alliance chat there for a minute. I think a couple people probably were answering questions if there were any. But if people need pure essences, need re-razors, need any of those kind of things, there's a lot of people that probably have actions in general as well. People need stuff, please ask. There are plenty of people around that are willing to hand them out, including myself. I'm gonna hit a ready check though, in case people are ready. Please continue asking questions if anybody has any. But if everyone's ready to go, then I'm gonna go ahead and zone us in. Oh, we do have, Bramble, you can play whatever now, because we do have a tank. We have a couple extra tanks. Excellence battery all run. I wouldn't suggest excellence battering the entire run. It's not optimal, but
maybe just take
especially
Queen.
since we have other people willing to battery, might as well do that.
Yeah, I would say just take Queen, cause
no, just take TA, because Eric the duelist is gonna do TA.
Yeah,
right. Okay.
Yeah, you could just take TA and let Eric do whatever they're gonna do.
All
Who's not ready? Zeph, Reika looks like they're offline, and Lorian. Reika just returned. Lorian's ready. Waiting on Zeph. You're good to go as well. Awesome. Did I miss anything in Alliance chat? Can somebody tell me? I'm kind of reading through it, but it looks okay. Heals are dead in your party. C4 caster. Yeah, that's good. Okay, looks all good. Oh yeah, Reika, are you good? You ready? It was a ready check while you were, I think, DC'd. You good? Okay. Where can I learn how to battery? Oh, Atlas. Atlas crashed. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna wait on Atlas. Where can you learn to battery? There's once again a excellence guide in DR Starting 1 if you want to take a look at that. That's nice to look at. Basically what batteries do though, 'cause while we're waiting for Atlas to come back, I can kind of explain it. What batteries are is basically we have one person bringing excellence in their bag to slot over their HSAC or whatever it with, so they'll have font of power excellence at one of the fights, and then everyone else will have mimics in their bag so they can mimic off of them to get font of power excellence, and then you slot over excellence with HSAC, honored sacrifice, and you do basically, well, you hit excellence at the start of the fight, and then you slot over that with HSAC, and then you hit both font of power and HSAC at the same time. So you have mega buffs going on, like 65% plus 55% plus 30% or whatever, plus the extra crit from font of power. It's like multiplicative as well. So you have massive buffs, and it's just mega damage. Tend to like put that on vets because overslotting and whatnot, while also learning mechanics, tends to be a bit much for learners. But if you want to battery at any point, just ask. If you've cleared a couple of times, I would recommend trying it. It's fun to see Big Numby.
Hooray. TA battery. I have food, I have that.
I think I guess the mimic, the picture is just the mimic guide really, but it kind of goes over exactly what it's all about. Hey, Atlas is back. Oh no, yeah, Atlas is back. It looks like we had another person join. Okay. I'm gonna take down the recruiting post now, though, or not the PF now, though, and I'm gonna try to get us zoned in. Because it is it's a little bit over 20 minutes past time now. Past our start time, anyway.
Carter is gonna get all the things.
Oh yeah, if you have haste gear, I'd recommend putting on right about now. It's a good reminder.
Haste.
If you only have the earring, that's also nice. Anything is good. It's not required though. It's just a nice reminder because I forget all the time. Hey, we zoned in. Awesome. Yeah, that's fair. you can change gear while in instance though, so it's nice. Okay, we are in the instance. Awesome. This is your chance to pop your pure essences, pop your re-razors, and pop both of your actions from the pop it box section on that guide. Make sure you pop both of your actions, pop your re-razors, pop your pure essences. I'm gonna keep saying this over and over because it is the most important thing. Something that most people forget. And you will die, simply put, if you don't have a pure essence. Okay, you see those glowy paths off to the left and right? Don't jump on them. Don't even touch them. They don't exist right now. Should take a look at the box. Make sure you have everything you need. Pop everything you need. someone give me a re-raiser. Awesome.
I love giving re-raisers to the host.
Augers. Okay. There's FOP EX on Atlas, it looks like. So if you have any people that don't want to use an EX because they're expensive, you can mimic them instead. I have FOP BR as well. Looks like Veltara also has it. If you want to use that mimic on one of us, you can do that. But
I do not have FOP BR. I'm on Impetus BR.
Oh,
don't mimic
sorry.
me.
No, never mind. I thought you said it in shout chat that you did. I have FOP BR. You can mimic me. My bad. I thought you said that you had it. Okay. So once again, make sure you have your pure essence and your rears are popped. Take a look at your party list. Look at everyone in your party. Make sure they have a pure and re-raiser popped. If they don't, call them out. Tell them they should pop one. I want everyone to have one pop right now. Once again, you should also have your actions popped. And now that's all out of the way. We are actually fine, I think, in terms of the amount of people. I do think I should have probably had party. I'll probably have party D and party C swap sides instead of having ABC go slimes and DEF go golems. I'll probably have ABD go slimes and CEF go golems. Just to have the full 3 parties on the slime side to make it really nice and easy. But yeah, here we'll do this just to make it a bit more understandable. We're gonna be splitting sides here. 3 alliances on each side of these goalie pads. Only 24 people can take each pad. Make it really nice and easy. I'd like to have 3 full parties on the slime side. Slime side is a bit more complicated, and having more people is nice. So I don't do the low man strats. So if you are, I'm just gonna go. Basically, make sure you have your holster good to go. Make sure you have 99 out of 99 space taken up in your holster. Make sure you're good there. But if you are ready in that aspect, and if you're an A, B, or D, alliances A, B, or D, go ahead and drop on down to this left pad. This left pad is slime side. Golem's side is the right pad. If you're in C, E, or F, I do believe Alliance C is the low man group. Go ahead and drop on down to this right pad. This right glowy pad. If you are ready, make sure that you are ready. I think... Is Percy not here?
Percy isn't here.
Is Percy asleep? I wonder.
Southwest hallway north. Oh, don't know which one is north. Who is calling golems, by the way?
Who is calling golems, by the way? Probably me.
Most importantly, who's explaining golems? This is
I can.
Okay, I had mentally prepared to do that, but go ahead.
Oh, you can. No. Do it. You get to do it. Yes. We love Eric. Yes. Woo, let's go, Eric.
Okay, let me just get everything in order. Okay, welcome to Golems. You'll note we're half of the Alliance, half of the folks went to Slimes. We're doing the other half, which is Golems, which is kind of a puzzle encounter. We have lost actions. We won't be using them here, except for me, who's percepting. I'll just do that really quickly. Can I get a tank on each of the Golems outside of the hallway here?
But Eric, there are no golems.
Oh, sorry, the rocks. I'm already screwing up. Okay. Traps are southwest, mid, and north. I'll just say it and then. Okay. I utilize the guide. Okay, I use the guide in the DRS Learning 1 channel. You have to look. There's slimes right before slimes. I'd use the guide for golems. I'll be referring to this shortly. But the objective of this encounter is when the doors open, these 4 rocks on the ground will turn into golems, and we'll have 1 tank responsible for each of those golems, and they will bring those now alive golems into the 4 rooms that you see to our north. You'll see each room has a different colored pad on them. If you come over here to the broken wall, you can actually see it a little bit better. So there's a room with blue pad, a room with white, a room with green, and a room with red. We're going to try to get the same color golem to die on that pad. So the challenge is we start off with 2 blues and 2 greens. Luckily, the golems change colors. They will cast Metamorphose and then turn into a new color. So the blues will turn into whites, the greens will turn into reds, and if we screw up, they'll actually loop around. So 2 of them are the right color already. The blue and the green are already the right colors. And I need to refer to how do they do. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it looks like the primal strat for golems is we're going to have. It's very bizarre. Okay, so this golem here that I'm jumping, this northern blue one, that is going to be in the blue room in the southwest. So let's see. Let's just have a tank on. So that would be you, Soma. The blue one down here, Mog, that will be going to the white room, which is southeast. Mog knows what they're doing, so I'm not too worried there. So for Mog's case, the first Metamorphose he will let go through. Soma, you'll interrupt every Metamorphose cast that you see. Okay, next we're going to look at the green room. So that's up here. This northern green golem rocket puddle will go into the green room. Can a tank come on over to this guy? I think we should have exactly 4 tanks.
Sorry, I'm on my way. I was waiting for someone to get their loadouts ready.
Okay, so you'll be in the green room. So you'll be picking up you can come down during countdown if you're reading something.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay.
Hello.
So you'll be in the northern green room. And then you also will be interrupting every Metamorphose. So that will be, I believe on tanks, that's interject as a roll action. Hopefully you have that on your bar. And then this is the red one. So the red one's interesting. Or this is now a green, this will turn red. This is now the southern green one that'll go into the northwest room. So can I get a Fizz range to help interrupt, unless Diddy, you want to do all the interrupts? Okay, Diddy, you do want to, Diddy? We have a volunteer. Okay, so Diddy will be doing the interrupts. Okay, so for Diddy's benefit, if you are a Fizz range, please do not interrupt, because if you interrupt and he tries to interrupt, he has to come in close. So he might get got, which would be funny but sad. Okay, so those are all the different rooms. I also have Carter in the north and Bramble in the south handling the golems. That'll spawn there, so they'll just be tagging that. So then everyone else, including me, we're just gonna be responsible for killing the golems. We'll be starting in the blue room southwest, and we'll be doing our best to kill those golems on the pads. And there will be the blue golems will have a bleed tank buster pretty early on. You can tell when it's happening because there'll be a gigantic AOE around the tank or whoever has aggro on the golem, hopefully a tank. And then once that goes off, healers, please watch to Asuna those. So if you have a tank in your party responsible for one of the blues, please watch and make sure they get Asuna. Hopefully I'll be calling that out. Let's see. Oh yeah. So Lorianne's already on Soma. Maybe yeah. And then Nero, you just be responsible for Mog. So you're just responsible for making sure they're Asuna'd. Okay. And then so the rest of us will be going from blue room, killing that, going to white room, killing that, then the green room and the red room. I will note that the white room, one mechanic there is when the boss reaches 30% hit points, they will cast Compaction, which is a DPS check. So if we don't kill it in that time between 30% and 0%, they will regenerate all of their health. I think we have enough people that hopefully that DPS won't be an issue, but that's something to consider. So once they get to 30%, consider maybe using some of your gauge. Ordinarily, you should just be building gauge throughout this encounter, but if it's close to the end of Compaction cast and it's not dead yet, consider throwing an extra attack if you can. After the white one's dead, then we're just solely focused on building gauge from all the rest of the golems. I'm just trying to fill the time because slimes takes a while to explain, so I'm just trying to be very verbose and explain everything that I can possibly explain. Is there any questions? I should say, since there's no Fizz range on Diddy, but I'll just add for the red golem. Normally, if there was a Fizz range, I would recommend that they just basically completely ignore that golem while it's green. And then once it's red, wait until you see a tether from the red to Diddy. That means tethers in this means basically the aggro is locked to whoever has it. So that happens with the northern and the southern golems out in the hallway, and then the red one. And the problem with the phys range.
Definitely wait until you see that tether, because even if you give them like 15 seconds, sometimes the tank just doesn't hit them. Wonder when that would happen.
Okay, Mr. Zuckerberg is asking when I'm going to host a full run plus explanations. Good question. So Nero, you're asking about the red one specifically, or so we don't hit. Yeah, healers just be on alert, make sure everyone's healed. I don't think there's many healing challenges, especially if people have fortitude stats, but we are in any prog, so who knows? So healers, yeah, you're generally with the DPS ball unless you're a healer assigned to a specific tank.
And then I guess you're just keeping them alive, which shouldn't be too hard.
Exactly. If you want to even designate a healer, there's already one, Josie up there. Okay, yeah. And then wiggle check. So if you don't move, I think after 10 minutes you'll get AFK kick, but it usually means you've tabbed out, which is usually something that happens to veterans, but not to new people. I don't know how many veterans there are versus new people here.
And then as well, Asuna Bleed Buster is also what healers do. That's just for the blue and white golem.
Yeah.
Or I guess the blue and the blue golem yet to turn white.
And if you're ever a tank wondering whether you need to interrupt or not, just basically check the color of your golem, check the room you're in, and if they're the same color, then you interrupt. Otherwise, let it be. Okay, any more questions? Okay, let's do ready check. Slime just said ready. So we have 3 parties here. Oh yeah, I did ignore Mark's question. So F is ready. Can I get, what was it, E and, what was the other one? C maybe? E ready, C ready. Okay, shouting. Golems ready, and then let me just go back and chat where I can put in what the traps are. So traps are southwest, mid, and north. I'll be slightly distracted percepting, but hopefully I'll get lucky on the patterns. We'll see. So, traps. I should explain traps. So there'll be 3 traps. They'll be in 2 of the rooms. You know already it's going to be in the blue room. The trap will be either east or west of the pad. So just be very conscious of that. Do not assume it's there until I say all traps percepted. The other one will be in the middle of the hallway, and the third will be somewhere, one of the north rooms, also east or west of the pad. So I'll be percepting. Go ahead.
I have percept as well, so I can cover a southwest room.
Okay, excellent. Okay, I'll do mid and north. Tanks, please have your stance on. If you're one of the golem tanks, there's only 4, so tanks have stance on. Check your food, and may God have mercy on our souls.
Oh no! Oh no! Why did he add that last part?
Okay, mid is percepted, southwest is percepted. Okay, it's in the northeast room, haven't percepted it yet. Okay, all traps percepted. We should be burning down the blue. Looks like a trap was triggered there. Maybe it's a poison. Okay, healers, watch for Asuna. Healers, Asuna, your tanks. Interrupt if needed. Okay, let's see. Make our way to white. Help on the attacking the hallway golems on the way, and heal any if the people hallway golems if you need them. Okay, we're working on white. Remember at 30%, it's going to start casting compaction, at which point we need to burn it. Okay, compaction, burn the boss. Okay, at this point, just start building gauge for Trinity Seeker.
Perfect.
Heal the hallway tanks. Working on green now. Let's go to the green room. Make sure you're not interrupting red unless you're Diddy. Okay, heading to the red room. Let's bring the red golem to 20% HP, and then we will wait for slime side to say something. Graph always forgets to say something. Yeah, no dots, thank you, Bramble. So let's get it to 20%, and then we're waiting. We'll wait for a little bit, and if it seems like Slimes again has forgotten to say anything, we will kill, but let's just get it to 20 and then wait. Remember, autos, if you're near near the boss, autos will still go. So...
Okay. Stop like now.
Yeah, let's stop. Yeah, let's get out of the room. Get out of the red room. Get out of the red room. Start working on the hallway golems, killing those. Don't forget there's golems in the south. Okay, and we'll give them 30 more seconds, and if they don't hear anything, then we'll go back to the green, to the red. It's not the end of the world if we kill early. We just have a slightly harder enrage than they do. You can bring the hallway golems closer to each other so we can AoE, but we can also just kill them in north and south. Okay, let's do the red. They haven't said anything, but let's just do the red. Come to the red room once those golems are dead. Wait for the tank to bring on the pad. It's on the pad to kill the red. Kill the red. Is it a Dark Knight? If it's a dark, yeah, no, it's a Paladin. We're good. Okay, so we're done. So now, okay, get to the middle hallway. Do not leave. We have an enrage. They're going to be rapidly spawning north and south. These golems, unlike before, these will be casting Demolish pretty soon into their life. Okay.
Nope.
Congrats.
No, they won't.
Easy one shot on slimes and golems. Graph is really good at slimes.
Yeah, Graph does a great job over there.
Okay, move up one voice channel.
Easy first clear.
Oh god.
Okay, now that we were at Seeker, that was nice, first clear. Go ahead and grab the personal spoils at the bottom of the stairs. They contain some fragments in them for you. All loot in this instance is personal. It's all personal loot. Make sure you grab it for yourself. If you don't grab something, you have only yourself to blame. I'm going to be main tank here. Thank you for marking me. I'm going to put down some markers here to help out with calls. I'm going to also use the guide command for Seeker. Okay, I want to go over a couple of things for Seeker real quick. First of all, also just in general for this instance. First of all, there is thrice come ruin stacks. If you have 2 mistakes before you die, you can get hit by 2 things, but you will die on the 3rd one because you'll get doomed. Second of all, there's very minimal things to raise you in this instance, which is why re-raisers is so important. We have arises on healers that have divine. We have your re-raiser. We have sacrifice on tanks that have indom more than likely. We do have sacrifice in general, but indom is more preferable. And then we have healer LB3. If you're a DPS or a tank that has LB3 on your bar, don't use it. It's not needed here. LB3 on DPS is a DPS loss, in fact. You will do more damage just doing autos to the boss with the amount of multiplicative damage stacking we have in this instance. Do not use LB3 unless you are a healer. If I call for LB3, it is because I want healers to use it to get dead off the ground. Those are the main things that I like to go over for the instance in general. For Seeker now, Seeker is a lot like DRN Seeker, but he's a lot faster.
Hi.
There's going to be cleaves that go off. I'm going to call where the safe spots for those are. If you look at DRS Learning 1, you can see kind of pictures, the first and second picture there. That'll be, the first one is kind of where he will be situated most likely in the center of the arena. I'll be going off the 1, 2, 3, 4 markers for calling where safe spots are for that. For instance, if it is an easier pattern, I'd say something like, I'd be going off of True North calls for that, but I'd start off with saying like 3, 4 safe. So south for 2 cleaves, north for 2 cleaves. And I call out when the cleaves are going off. If it's a harder pattern, say it's a crossover, my safe spot calls would be something like 4, 2, 3, 1. That's the call out, and I'd call out exactly when to move over and whatnot as well. But they are very fast, so you're gonna be very, very fast with your movement. The closer you are to the boss, the better. So like if I call 3, 4 is safe, you don't want to be standing on the 3 marker. You want to be standing pretty much in the boss's hitbox, but kind of toward the 3 marker. Besides that, there'll also be clones that do the cleaves as well, and that won't be in the center of the arena. In that case, I'd be using the 3, 4 C blank markers, for instance, or like the 1, 4 D blank markers. The blank is the spot where there is no marker, basically right next, like where I'm jumping, where the ignore one is jumping, next to the barricade, across from whichever letter it is. Besides that, I'll also be calling out kind of safe spots for Lotus and Orb. Something like if Orb is on 2 and Lotus is on 3, I'd be saying something like look away from 2, head toward 1. And that'd be kind of safe spots for Orb and Lotus. Orb is once again look away, and Lotus is just expands very large. It does happen a little bit faster, but it's not too much different from normal mode. And then later on, if we see Earthshakers, so the last image there is for when we do Iron Splitters. I'd be calling something like safe ground would be like blue brick or yellow sand. And during that mechanic, there'll also be Earthshakers, be markers above people's heads. If you look at that last image, you can kind of see exactly where those Earthshakers will be taken, just away from the party. You should still be standing on the correct color, but you should be away from the party. That's pretty much all I'm going to go over for Seeker, though. Kind of just quick explanations of kind of calls and stuff like that. Seeker's a lot of just the same as normal mode, but very, very fast. Now, there'll also be Ifrit dashes around the edge of the arena, though. Those are kind of different, but kind of just follow them along. You'll be hiding and getting knocked into barricades as well here. I'll be calling out, for the most part, unless it doesn't matter, I'll be calling out which barricade you should be hiding or getting knocked into. Make sure you're listening to that. And because there's no ready checks, like ready checks are kind of hard because it's party specific instead of alliance wide. So the ready check for this whole instance starting now will be being in front of the purple line or on the C marker. So for right now, since a lot of people are already in front of the purple line, just be on the C marker, please, if you are ready. If you have questions, please ask them, but we're gonna hopefully get this going soon. Also, make sure if you're a tank, make sure you have your tank stance is turned off here. I should be the only one with tank stance on. I don't want to be fighting for aggro. This is a good spot where you can pop food. Go ahead and pop that. You could have probably popped it at Slimes and Golems as well, but make sure you have food popped. You can use pots here as well. Pots are always nice for more damage. The more damage that we have here, which is why excellence and stuff like that is always nice, is because the more damage we have, the less mechanics we see. Makes it a lot easier. Lucy and Naughty, are you okay? Naughty is joining. Oh, I didn't know there was somebody not in VC. Oops.
Rip explanations for them.
Yeah.
Could you repeat all that?
No.
Oh no.
They should be able to join the server and then just immediately hop in VC. They don't have to verify to join a VC.
Yeah, they shouldn't have to verify or anything like that. The whole server should be fully opened up for anybody to be able to join VC. They just won't be able to talk in like DRS21 or anything like that.
I mean, the fight's easy. Just dodge the bad.
True, you're so right. It's the Slime's explanation. Oh no.
Hey, Graf, could you go over the Diablo armament explanations again?
I wish I could explain that fight.
Yeah, sure. There's these gates. You have to match the correct pattern. Simple as use pattern recognition.
Can you explain? I was gonna say interpretation.
Sure. You have to triangulate like twice in a row, like my dumbass did.
I'm sorry to Naughty, you missed all the explanations, but I'm not going to explain them again, because they took a while. If you die, I'm sorry. Hopefully you have a re-raiser.
Well, I'm 27.
Okay, Naughty, you good to go? If you're ready, you can stand on the C marker in front of the purple line also works. Preferably on the C marker for now, though. Looks like we're all good, though. Okay, everyone's good to go. Make sure you have food to pop, no tank stances. You can use pots once again. More damage always helps. I'm gonna start a countdown.
Yay.
Get this going in 20 seconds. The very first thing that's gonna happen is a raid wide. My stance is currently off. Thank you, Alice. That would have been bad. Okay, we're pulling.
Nope, come back here.
It's ahead, but it's fine. Raid wide. Raid wide's going off now. Could recenter himself, I think, more than likely. If not, it'll be okay. There it is. Okay, the first thing that's going to happen is a fourfold mercy. This is the cleaves that I was talking about. Go off very fast. So our first safe spot is 4. So it's the easy pattern. It's going to be south for 2, then north for 2. It'll be south for 2, then north for 2. Make sure we're very close to the hitbox. That helps. There's 1 hit. There's 2 hit. Go north. Go north. Looking away from 4. Look away from 4. Away from 4. We're heading toward 3.
Oh, shoot.
Heading toward 3.
I messed up.
Okay. Inside the boss's hitbox. Inside the boss's hitbox. In front of it or in back of it is also safe. This is a hot wing. And then get away from the ignore 1 marker going toward mid.
Oh, this is going to be a great run for
Stay
me.
away from the ignore 1 marker. This is a tank buster. And just stay, once again, stay away from the ignore 1 marker yet again. This is another tank buster. Okay. And now we should have chains. There they are. If they stack for these chains, if they appear, break them. Break these. Hide behind any barricade. Hide, hide, hide. Hide behind any barricade. Does not matter which one. Make sure we are hiding. Hide. Okay. Next up, we're getting back toward the center of the arena. There'll be Ifrit dashes around the edge of the arena coming out shortly. There they are. We are heading toward B. Head toward B. And we are hiding behind the 2 barricade. Hide behind the 2 barricade. Hide, hide, hide. Stay here. Okay, getting back in. And stack up towards the 2 marker. Stack up toward the 2 marker. This is a line stack. Okay, stay stacked, stay stacked. Chains will be coming out shortly. Or is this just line AoEs? Probably just line AoEs. No chains, just line AoEs. Dodge these. I'm an idiot. Just dodge these, and then there'll be a safe spot. We're going, staying on sand yellow. Be on the sand. Okay, there's gonna be 2 more of those coming up shortly. Along with Earthshakers. If you have the Earthshaker above your head, meaning you're tethered with a little thing above your head, you're taking it away from the party. Okay, stand on blue brick. Earthshakers are going out right about now-ish. Take these away. Don't stack them, though. Okay, another one coming out. Earthshakers are out again. Stand on sand yellow. Take these Earthshakers away from the party.
My uptime.
Okay. And dodge these lines. Okay. Inner cards, be inner cards. Inter cards of the boss. The intercardinal of the boss. Max melee is safe, but scary. Okay. Having more Ifrit dashes coming up along with the cleave. Going to A. Okay, safe spots are south for 2, north for 2. You're going south for 2, then north for 2 again. South for 2, there's 1. There's 2, go north. Look away from 1. Head toward 4.
Mistake again.
Okay, break these chains. If you're standing really far away, it's going to be really hard to break them. You got to make sure you're stacked up. This is a raid wide coming up. Okay, tank buster on the main tank. Should be away from the ignore 1.
this. Almost.
Okay, we're going east for 2, west for 2, east for 2, west for 2, 2, 3, then 1, 4, east for 2, then west for 2, staying on sand yellow, sand yellow. Okay, 1, 2, end on blue brick. We'll just kill, be on sand yellow, last one, sand yellow. I think we'll just kill probably. I'll look away from 3, Head toward 2. Dodge these lines last. Whew. Okay, raid Y.
Nice dice.
And just kill. We only had 2 people dead, so I didn't think that was enough to wait for LB 3-4. So we can get some healers to rise those people up. That'd be nice. Don't walk ahead. Eric's walking ahead to percept the traps. Let them do that. They know where all the traps are. I trust them to not run into them. Just make sure you avoid any of these traps. It is good practice to not use auto walk through the trap areas. You do not want to hit an explosion and just immediately die. Also, yes, as Yuki said, there's a chest at the very north of the Seeker Arena. You might have missed it in case people were standing on top of it. Make sure you grab that. That is personal loot. It has your plating in it. It does look like the duelist has already gone on up and pulled, probably because they don't need buffs. They're probably just
I was like, yeah, he doesn't need the buffs.
Yeah, he's just gonna see the whole thing anyway, so he doesn't need the buffs. It's fine. So it doesn't even matter. You need to go over my whole don't pull Dahu spiel because they pulled so fast. Normally we would wait for the duelist to pull the duel though, just so you all know for other runs, we'd wait for the duelist to pull the duel. That way. Because if we pull Dahu too fast before the duelist is pulled, the duel will just disappear, and they can no longer do that, which is why we normally stand behind the purple line here to make sure that we have no incidents of early pulls. But since the duelist is already pulled, we're just going to go ahead and go. There's not going to be a countdown here. Dahu is pretty much the same as normal mode, just a little bit faster. There's a couple extra mechanics like a limit cut mechanic where you need to take that out and kill Liger Dash with it. But just dodge these rocks, dodge these AoEs, don't get hit. Dahu's very simple. He's dashing, don't be in front of him. He's gonna dash again, he's gonna dash toward the north. Don't be in front of him again. Okay, don't get crispy. This is a fire breath. Gonna drag him back to the center of the arena. And we're going to see Liger Dashes around the edge of the arena. Don't get hit by these Liger Dashes. There's going to be a cleave that goes off this eventually. This is Spit Flame. If you get a marker above your head, take them out to any Liger. It does not matter which one, just take them out to a Liger. Kill a Liger with this flame. These open up safe spots for us to get knocked back into later. And keep dodging these. Dodge into this cleave. Into it, dodge into it. Okay. Here comes the knockback. Get knocked back into any safe spot. If you know the secret jutsu, use it. Okay, we're getting to his left. We're doing these 5 times. The second time he does it is safe for casters. There's the second time right there. You can stop right there, casters. You're good for uptime. Next up are going to be some Liger spawning, some tethers on me. It's fine to keep them on me. Nobody needs to revoke or anything. Just going to use a little bit of mitt. They hurt quite a bit. I'm going to jiggle them underneath the boss, make sure we're AoEing these down. Okay. Next up is everything, everywhere, all at once. Everything that we just saw is going to happen all at once.
No, it isn't.
So be ready to channel your inner pixel. Or not. We kill it. I'm glad. I hate seeing that mechanic.
Oh, we're gonna be fucking waiting for a second.
Yeah, we're gonna be waiting for a while because Eric is doing the duel legit. Just want to see every mechanic. The duel could take somewhere around what 5
Like
to
6
8 minutes. Yeah, to complete. So we're gonna be waiting a hot minute for them to do that. That is fine. They're gonna be just want to do that probably for a video or something. So I'm cool with that. But we'll just be waiting a minute for them to do that. That gives us time to do a little bit of pre-explanations though. Although we won't be able to open this door until they are done.
We can do the marker setup here.
Yeah, we can. I'd rather not have ABC 1, 2, 3 though.
Oh, true. Post the thing and I'll remake it right here.
Okay. We also need, Dispel would also help out right there. Does the duel always need to be done? Technically, no. We can actually go on without a duelist. The duelist, basically, if the duelist succeeds in completing the duel, they get a very large, they basically get a double damage buff. People like to call them the protagonist whenever they complete the
main
duel.
character.
Yeah. They get a very large damage buff. They get like double HP. Like all their stats basically get doubled. And they'll be doing a very large portion of the damage that we do. The duelist is him. Yes. But yeah, like they just do a lot more damage. They do just a lot of but they are not 100% necessary for us to actually complete or clear this instance. So if Eric fails, which I doubt they will, we could technically just go on. We can go on just fine. We'll just be a bit lower on damage wise and probably see a couple more mechanics than we would normally. Yeah, it can be very easily 10 to 15% of Alliance's damage. Maybe, honestly, even more sometimes if they're on certain fights if they're pumping real hard. Okay, I do need while we're here, sorry, I need one more healer or one more reflector on the C marker if we could while we're here. Hen, you got it? Or Lorianne? Either or. I prefer healers, but I think we'll have a. It doesn't. You're on warrior, so it's fine. It's only paladins that it fucks with it a little bit because of the shield. So you'll be fine to do it. Okay, Henro can do it then. That's fine. So these will actually come up later. I'm not going to explain them right now because it's a lot easier to explain them once we get into the arena, which is why I don't like setting these up out there for any prog specifically. But we'll just have those up there right there as well. Queen's Guard. I'm gonna do a couple quick explanations. You guys can stand on the markers again if you'd like, but I'm gonna go over a couple things before that because those markers basically only matter toward the end of the fight. Besides the dispel. The dispel happens in the very first phase. So also I think that was the duelist winning, so that's awesome. Congrats, Eric. I'm sure they got some footage of the full duel or something.
Yeah, it was the enraged cast text, then the kill text.
Oh, nice. Awesome. So, Queen's Guard. I'm gonna do... Oh yeah, it looks like they already got the guide command in there. Awesome. So, the first phase of this fight is just like normal mode. You have all 4 of them bunched up. You knock them down to 80% health, and then they all jump away. The difference is the fact that when they come back, they don't come back one by one, but 2 at a time. So when they come back, the first duo that will come back is the Knight and the Warrior. The mechanics there is we need Steel Sync and Spellforge, which is where that comes in for healers. So make sure if you're a healer, you're talking with your co-healer. about who is doing which one of those. Every healer should have both in their bag, but you should talk with your healer to decide which one of you is doing which one. I just like to have both in every healer's bag. That way, in case your co-healer forgets for whatever reason, that singular healer that might have both can do both of them. Sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, we want to talk about that. The other things with Knight and Warrior is there's a lot of tethers and bombs and stuff like that. The tether mechanic with bombs is fairly simple. I'll be calling out who should be going where depending on what the tethers are, but you can very easily think about tethers with as if you see a singular tether, meaning that either the bombs or you are tethered, you should be going to small. If you see two tethers, meaning both you and the bomb, or no bomb and not you are tethered, you'd be going to the big bomb. It's all or nothing basically, but there's that. I'll be pretty much calling out exactly where tethers and stuff should be going though. Same thing with tethers on the neck. You can see all these images in DR71, by the way. I'm kind of just going down the images one by one to kind of explain them. That's mostly what I do in terms of explanations. But what I just explained with bombs, you can see in the second and third image. The fourth image being the other tether mechanic. That is like there'll be wind and lightning puddles on the ground, green and purple puddles. If you have a tether, you're going to green, non-tether's purple. Simple as, I'll be calling that out as well. And then after that mechanic though, there'll be shield omens and sword omens. That also applies to the bomb mechanic. If you have the shield omen during the bomb mechanic, it is a knockback, and sword omen we're getting to the edge of the arena. You can see in that second image there. And if you have then also during the puddles right after is shield of omen, but it's a bit different this time in the fact that there will be if it's shield omen, it's gonna be a donut. If it's a sword omen, it's gonna be a point blank AoE. But there's also gonna be like little French fry like spikes around the knight that are gonna be hitting 3/4 of the arena that you can't be standing in. That's mostly it for Knight and Warrior. The only little thing to talk about is the fact that Josie, our Dispeller back here on the D marker, will be Dispelling Warrior, because Warrior will be casting Boost every once in a while. And they will, every single time that is cast, it needs to be dispelled. Otherwise, the next raid wide that goes off will be boosted, and that hurts a lot. It can be survived if everyone mitts properly, which I will try to call if it happens, but hopefully Josie just dispels properly. It'll be okay. So 0, 2 tethers, big bomb, 1 tether to small. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Double or nothing. Yep. That's pretty much it for Knight and Warrior. The other thing is after we kill both of those, they need to die at the exact same time. If one of them die before the other, the one that's still alive will end rage and will kill us. So we need to make sure they both die at the same time. Once they're both dead though, Gunner and Soldier will come down. This is where that next image, the fifth image there, will be a thing. It'll be fire frogs. There'll be small fires and big fires. I'll be calling out where to go for those. Like they'll move around and there'll be a safe spot. Basically what you need to do is go to that safe spot and then you'll be getting a show hole mechanic. It's like the Mustadio mechanic from the Alliance raid that everyone here should have done because you need to do that to unlock DRS. But it's like the show hole. You need to show your hole to the gunner in the center of the arena to resolve that mechanic. The only other thing though is that after you've shown it to the gunner, you need to then turn your hole to the turrets on the wall. You can kind of see in that second image of the fifth image right next to it. There's turrets on the wall that will be hitting from both sides, the east and west. They won't be hitting from north or south ever. They're always east and west. You need to show your hole to one of the turrets on the wall. That's the main mechanics for Gunner and Soldier. There'll also be like jumpy boys and stuff that take over for fire frogs and like pyretic and stuff, but those will all be called out. Oh yeah, do a quick wiggle for me. Wiggle check. There's a 10-minute AF kick timer. I don't know if Golems went over it, but there's a 10-minute AF kick timer. Make sure you're wiggling around every once in a while. Make sure you don't get kicked. And then after that, once they're all dead, once we've gone through all those, the last phase where these markers come in, the reflect markers, the very last image. Basically, there'll be reflect orbs, there'll be the wards that happen like in normal mode, as well as aura spheres. It looks like Diddy has already taken secondary tank from, so Diddy being my off tank, but I would like, actually I'll go over markers first and then I'll take the markers and do stuff with other tanks. But so reflect markers, basically you see where you currently are standing right now. If all these reflectors back here, the 1, 2, 3, 4 AC markers, you guys see where you're standing? I'm gonna put down these markers. These markers that are actually gonna be used during the fight. You can see exactly where you need to go for your reflect spots. So if you're, say you were on the 4 marker, your reflect spots also correlate to that image. You'll go to the 4 marker, you'll stand on the first orb, you'll reflect it, and you'll walk to the second orb and reflect it. Just like the arrows indicate on that image. Same for the A and C markers, the 1, 2, 3 markers, like they all correlate to exactly where the reflect orbs will be. Diddy and I will be using our invuln on the soldier and gunner phase, so we can't use our invuln on the aura spheres. So what I will need are 4 tanks to take those and invuln them. Basically what the aura spheres do is the highest in aggro, when they die, will give that person a little orange marker over their head. You can kind of see that in that image as well. There's an orange marker in that image. Basically, if you get that orange marker, you need to invuln so you don't die. It'll do a very large amount of damage. Looks like we have Velthara and Alron on the north 2, and Nep and Mog on the south 2. There'll be all these reflecting stuff and aura spheres and stuff will happen twice in total. So after the first time you reflected, you need to go back to your spot again and reflect it a second time once they come back. Same thing with the aura spheres. Basically, Velthara is going to be taking Velthara and Nep are going to be taking the first aura sphere that spawn on north and south, and then Alron and Mog are going to be taking the second ones that spawn on north and south if we see them. Other than that, there'll be the wards. There's going to be coat of arms on the wards, by the way. So make sure you don't hit those. They're parries.
Look at parried.
That's pretty much it. Are there any questions? I just kind of explained things really fast. Any questions? Any questions at all? If you're ready, you can stand kind of close to the C marker or on it. You can stand as close to these bosses as you want. Just don't auto attack, don't click them, don't target them, don't do anything with them because I don't want an early pull. But you can stand on the C marker if you are ready. Food check and all that, yep. Yeah. The aggro on dance. I love spreading misinformation.
Yeah, like the Dariata, if top kills 3 waves of ads, they enrage.
Never heard that.
That one is spread like fucking rampant on Crystal, and it's the funniest thing.
Okay, it looks like everyone's on the C marker though. Looks like we're all good to go. We're ready. Please ask questions if you have any. Like if you're confused about like reflect spots or literally like anything about your job, like just ask. I'm more than willing to. I don't know about that one. I'm more than willing to help out with DRS though. I'm gonna go ahead and start this countdown though. Looks like everyone's ready. During this, I'm gonna start a 30-second countdown. It's gonna be it's gonna be a little longer. Because this is a good time for healers to be applying Steel Sting and Spellforge during this longer countdown. Should be applying it right about now because it is a 5-minute buff, and it will run out if you're not applying it right now rather than earlier or later. Yeah, you get the red marker above you. If you're talking about the aura spheres, you get the red marker above you when it dies. And hopefully you're in the top aggro. If there's any of the tanks that have an invuln, hit your invuln at that moment. Or hit your provoke and just take the invuln. if you have it. Otherwise, raid wide coming out soon. Double raid wide anyway. Oh, by the way, Diddy, I'm taking wall. I don't think we talked about that. Another double raid wide coming out soon. I'm taking wall, both wall. Warrior. I'm taking warrior. You're taking knight. Okay, we're clicking off purple, apply yellow. Click off Spellforge, apply Steel Sting.
Oh, good news. I don't have it.
We should have bombs coming out here shortly. I would recommend hitting knight. Until it jumps away. Center is not safe, correct? It is swords first, so we're getting to the edge of the arena. It looks like tethers are going to big. Tethers to big, non-tethers to small. If you have a tether, you're going to big. If you have no tether, you're going to small. Be on the edge of the arena. Be on the edge of the arena. If you've dropped first, go to a bomb that's already exploded. Warrior will be boosting here shortly. There it is. Once it has cast this boost, please dispel it. Please dispel that boost. Raid wide is coming up. Get a little bit more damage on knight, please. Get a little bit more damage on knight. It's a bit high. Gonna be having green and purple puddles coming up shortly. If you have a tether, you're going to green. No tethers to purple. Here's the tethers coming out now. Once again, if you have a tether, you're going to green. No tethers to purple. Collapsing in on the knight in the center. It is a shield omen, so we're staying in the knight's hitbox. Stay in the knight's hitbox toward the warrior. In the knight's hitbox toward the warrior. Okay. Warrior has boosted. Please dispel it. Oh, stop damage on knight. Stop damage on knight. No damage on knight. Raid wide. Knight's already dead. We need to burn warrior. Okay, we're good. I'm taking soldier to the wall. Diddy, you're taking gunner. Awesome. Okay, fire frogs will be coming up shortly. We are looking at B and C. They're going to be moving though. Okay, we are going to A. A is our safe spot. A is our safe spot. Open spot toward the gunner in the center of the arena. Open spot toward the gunner in the center of the arena. Towards a turret on the wall now. Towards a turret on the wall. Okay, this is a tank buster. There should be a raid wide just after. There it is. Okay, we could use a little bit more damage on the soldier, but they're mostly even for the most part. Gonna be turrets coming up shortly. I didn't talk about these. These turrets are DPS priority when they pop up. Main tanks should be taking these and invulning the sniper shot. There they are. Gun turrets are out. This is DPS priority. Main tanks take these. Invuln the sniper shot about halfway through. DPS should be killing these. It looks like we're all good though. Just one more on B. Looks like we're dead. Awesome. Raid wide. Focus gunner. Yeah. Thank you.
Oop.
Gonna go ahead and kill gunner here. Kill soldier now. Okay. Slime's north, golem south. If you're on slime side, go north. If you're on golem side, go south. Main tanks should be taking these R spheres. Reflectors to your spots. Reflect orbs are coming out shortly. Reflectors to your spots. Oh shit, I fucked that up. I might be dead. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Hopefully we're all good on reflex. Yeah, okay, awesome. Coat of Arms should be reapplying shortly. I think, okay, there it is. Don't respect this, Do not GCD, respect this. Okay, continue DPS. Yeah, just go ahead and kill, Forget about the second phase. It doesn't exist. Okay, we have, looks like one person dead? Yeah, awesome. Go ahead and get that person up. We'll continue on. You can thank Eric, our duelist, for the handy. That being the hand plate from the second chest. The second chest doesn't appear unless the duelist succeeds in the duel. Also, make sure you're grabbing your chests. It looks like Himbo might have to leave. Is that right, Himbo?
Yeah. Check
Okay.
link shell.
Yeah. So we will need. You're the only healer in your party, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, we're past the part where having a solo healer is rough.
Yeah, I assume C4 is in that party. Is there a party with 2 healers that are comfortable solo healing?
I mean,
because we can split them up and throw one of the DPS from party C in that party.
Yeah, because you'll want because that's a full party, so you will want heal LB3 possibility.
Although healer's not super important past this point, so long as the C4 is on top of it. We could just still take somebody from party C and throw them into that party though. I don't hear anything about healers being. I can solo heal C. Noir, I don't know what you're playing. With Cure 4, okay, that's fine. Few with low 4 stacks. Is that? I think Vel, are you in party D?
Sorry, yeah. I'm in a
Okay.
party and I got a 2 shield.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so can I get somebody to volunteer from party C to drop from their party and join party D, just so we have LB3, just in case. Josie? Okay. Yeah, part from party C, join party D. Looks like where you at, Josie? You just jump off to the side somewhere. There you are. The square. Go ahead and leave your party, and if we can get somebody from party D to invite Josie. I don't know who the leader is in that party. The leader's random in every party.
Reika Gojo.
Yeah. We can get that person to go ahead and invite Josie, please. Let me know when you're invited, Josie. Reika, I don't know what you're. Assuming
Reika, you
party
need to
lead.
invite this person over here. Yeah, they got him.
Okay, awesome, perfect. Okay, hopefully we're good then. Just taking one more person from party C, but that's fine. They were already low man in the first place. Hopefully, the person in party D. I don't think there's a healer in your party. The C4. Make sure that you're hitting your C4 on all raid wides. Make sure you're healing properly. You're the healer in your party now. Okay. So Phantom, I'm not gonna go too far into explanations here because I'm not really gonna explain it at all, honestly. Basically, we're just gonna walk you up. I'm gonna be walking up the donut and stuff like we would in normal mode and whatnot, but We might see ad phase. Do we have a ban? We do have a banish, right? I think a couple people were talking about it. I think I assigned it to somebody.
You did. I don't remember who.
Carlana assigned it to, but I think some people are also talking about bringing it as well. Carlana, do you have banish? Does somebody have banish? Carlana does have banish. This is where you want to slot it in. It looks like you do have it slotted. Awesome. You want to make sure you're hitting that and just making sure you keep it up on the boss. Gives everyone a 25% increase in damage because Phantom is an undead. Maybe we might skip ads that way. We might not see ads. So that's awesome. If you want to gamble, you can. It's not gonna matter because I'm gonna keep it center. So gambling is pointless. But we're gonna go ahead and, if you're ready, stand between the 2 and the 3 marker. All tank stance is off here, by the way. I should be the only one with it on. I know that we had a couple people with tank stances on during Queen's Guard and whatnot for a little fun time with RS spheres, but hopefully we have them all turned off now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start a countdown. Actually, is Foxy okay? Foxy okay back there?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit out, but if you need me, I'll
no,
go.
okay, no, that's fine. You're good. I'm gonna start countdown then.
Get a quick break to let my dog out.
You're fine. Can't believe we have French people in this raid. SMH.
Oh, wee.
This is a baby raid wide. It does basically nothing. Going to either A or D whenever the circle pops up. It is D. But D's nuts. Got him. Walking up this circle all the way to the 4 marker. Keep your hands, tails, legs, feet, everything inside the ride at all times. And the DRS Express. Okay, you can stand on the 4 marker if you want to not walk into the death wall. I would recommend not walking into the death wall. It's go to 3, by the way. 3. Advised. We're gonna stay here on the odd marker, as you do. Gonna be staying here for 3 hits on the 4 marker, and then walking over to 4 after the 3rd hit.
Oh, might skip ads.
There's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. Walk over to 4, or don't. You can stay there if you have balls.
I didn't take a stack. I'm just gaming.
Don't walk ahead. There are traps ahead. We do need these traps are very important.
Oh, hey, that's me. I'm doing this.
Oh my god.
It would have been very unfortunate if you died.
Jeez, Carter. It's because he's been playing too much Factoria.
No.
Factoria.
No.
I love that.
No. Don't blame this on Factorio.
Be very careful. There's an explosion in the vegetable. I can't pronounce vestibule, so I called it vegetable, but
vestibule. It's vestibule.
There's an explosion there. Don't hit it. Don't use your auto walk. It's very important. Okay. I didn't hear an explosion, so we're good.
Another very spicy explosion in the vegetable.
Yes, yet another one. These pink traps are very, very important. This is the whole reason why we have Percept here. Do not hit them. They're even more important that you don't hit than the explosion traps. Okay. They're useful for after this fight. I will explain what they do after this fight.
They explode. Oh, the pink ones.
The pink traps also explode for your current information.
Yeah, they blow up the run if we use them now.
Yeah. They also explode, just so you know for right now. I'll explain what they do later. I'll explain.
That's a good explanation for for it though.
Okay, so this is the point where shell and Aether Shield become very important. If you don't have shell and you need shell, I would highly recommend lining up across the bridge in the back behind the purple line. It is very important that you have it, as raid wides hurt now very badly. They apply a bleed as well, which is why we have Aether Shield and whatnot. Tanks normally have shell in their bag. You can apply shell over your H-Sack and keep your font of power. Unless you have Blood Rage, then keep your Blood Rage instead of your font of power. Yeah, we should have tanks handing out shell here. After all shell has been handed out, you can throw your Aether Shield over that shell. And you should be good to go if you're the main tank. Apparently have Matthias handing out free 80% re-raisers if anybody needs. You can set up like a marker for that if you want. If you run out of re-raisers and you need one, stand on the C marker. I think Matthias has some for you. Oh, Matthias already spent them. Never mind. Forget about that. I lied.
Hey Graf, can you type in yell dice 5?
Dice 5?
Or / dice 5. Can you just roll random 5 for me? It'll go in stage chat. A 1? Okay, cool.
Okay, sure.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes, Okay, so, TA, this is probably looks like somebody already got, Percy. Wow, I wonder where Percy was. Percy is the one that wanted to call this fight. Percy can call through my stream, let's go.
What?
That'd be funny.
No, but I just got back home, sorry.
SMH.
I had IRL stuff happening. Man.
Can't believe Percy is the sole reason I set up this run is so she could call TA, and she didn't show up.
Look, I had IRL happening. I couldn't. Plus, I had no signal, so I couldn't message you about it.
I was wondering about that. I asked you what you wanted to do, and then you never responded.
Percy, I joined the run for you, and you missed up. Goodness. Well done.
I also only joined this run for you, Percy. I'm only here because of you, Percy.
Sorry.
So many people for Percy, and she lets them all down.
I can't control over IRL, okay? Come on now. Unless y'all want to ditch the raid now, and then I can join in.
Yo, let's just wipe. Let Percy in.
What?
I can give you my account info if you want. You can log in.
What? No. No,
Percy,
don't do
Flare
that.
Star?
Absolutely not. These guys.
Okay. So for learners, TA tends to be the hardest fight because of the temperature mechanic. The temperature mechanic is pretty much the same thing as in normal mode, except later on it adds brands, which are the hard part. We have quite a few images in DRS Learning 1 with a bunch of things for temperatures and whatnot. Basically, TA has temperature mechanic, right? You need to equalize your temperature, make it 0. It's like if you have 2 fire, you need to get hit by something that is too cold. Yeah, go ahead and wiggle. I'm joking around and whatnot. But you need to get hit by something that's too cold to equalize your temperature to 0. Brands throw this off in the fact that essentially brands are a temperature that apply to you after the mechanic has been done. So you need to solve for your brand rather than solving to equal yourself out to 0. And what that means is if you're looking at like the second or the first image in DRS Learning 1, this was the OG. Yeah, another French person made a better diagram than you. Get destroyed. But the second image, with the brand and the temperature, with the end width, basically that first image, the first area with the brand is showing you, say you have the 2 fire brand, that means you need to end with your temperature not equaling 0, but equaling too cold, so that your brand, whenever it goes off after all the mechanics have resolved, will equal you out to 0. So you need to solve for your brand for whenever the brands come out. Brands won't come out until the 4th, 5th, and 6th weapon. We're gonna have the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd weapon. The weapons happen twice, so there's only 3 weapons, but they happen twice. So the second time that the weapons happen is when brands come out. I pray for bow last. Yeah. Also, the other thing is that weapons are a bit different here. So like in normal mode, you have swords, bow, and staff. They have like that being like the sword mechanic, you hit by the cleaves. The bow mechanic, you have the ladder game, and the staff mechanic, you have the meteors. They're a little bit different here. And the fact that sword, there's gonna be 4 clones, and they all resolve around the 1, 2, 3, 4 markers. There will be 1 safe spot where you can get hit by nothing, and then the 4 squares around that safe spot are the squares you need to stand on to get hit by a temperature. So say I call the safe spot is 2. That means you need to be standing on the 1, 3A, or the east of 2 tile east of 2. You need to be standing on one of those 4 tiles to get hit by one of the cleaves that give you the temperature that you need. That is probably the most confusing thing for learners. If you mess it up, I don't blame you. It's really hard to learn. There's a GIF. The GIF that is in that guide command kind of shows you a bit better in the top-down view of what it looks like. The ladder game with bow, it is a lot. There's a lot more numbers, and the arrows don't show you which path they go down. The easiest way to think about the arrows and to figure out what path they'll go down and what you'll need is they'll take every single turn that they come across. If the arrow can turn, it will turn. So and the easiest way is just kind of use your mouse and follow the ladder game down. There are two different like patterns that they can be: the normal and the mirrored or the inverted pattern. And that image, the 3rd image, kind of shows you all the different paths and what they can do. You can memorize that, or you can just follow the path down of the arrow that you need. And if you need to, if you need to stop DPS for any of these mechanics, like you need to figure out what your temperature is, what your brand is, like what to do to add them together. Like the temperature and brand mechanic is just adding them together. It's simple math. You can think of the fire as positive and the cold as negative. Add them together, and that's exactly that. You'll figure out what you need. But so like if you need to stop doing damage, stop DPS for any of these mechanics, feel free to do so. Like just stop your rotation. Literally just do the mechanic. It's more important that you do the mechanic and you're alive for after it than it is for you to continue doing DPS during the mechanic. Staff. Going on staff. It's mostly the same. There's gonna be a force march that happens. This force march will also happen during bow as well, toward the beginning of it. Force march, when you have it, it'll move you 2 squares. So say I'm standing on C and I have a force march. I'm facing Trinity, and I have a force march to the left. I'm gonna move 2 tiles to the left once that force march goes off. So it'll move me from C all the way to this tile right here, in the corner. It's 2 tiles. You'll have that during meteors and bow. You need to make sure that you're solving that as well. But meteors, there was no safe spots for meteors like in normal mode. Like the whole arena will be getting hit, so you need to make sure you're getting hit by a meteor. Yeah, don't pop sprint. Sprint and impetus and stuff affects force march, which is why impetus is generally frowned upon unless you know what you're doing. As in, you're a tank that knows what they're doing. Yeah, that's pretty much all of TA. It's all temperature, all brand mechanics and stuff like that. If you have questions about them, please ask. It's a very swords is also very confusing. If you have questions about that, please ask. If you're ready, stand on the C marker. But yeah, please ask. Don't feel like you're holding up anybody by asking questions here. The vets joined for a reason. They signed up for explanations.
I signed up because I love hearing Graph toys.
Oh, out of the arena, 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 out of the arena. Behind the purple line, behind the purple line. I can get 3 tanks off to the side here with me. Just in case this goes off, pop a mitt. Okay, it didn't go off. Awesome. Okay. That was interesting. We have awesome music now. You guys like the music? DRS jump scare, yeah. I hope everyone's awake now. Hopefully everyone's not falling asleep through my explanations now. Everyone on the C marker again. Don't target the boss. Don't auto attack if you're ranged. Don't right click if you're a machinist. Please don't dance.
Why is she aggroed?
Yuki, Atlas, you good? Okay, cool. We're gonna start a countdown then. We're gonna get this going now that we've done that. Re-gauge. Imagine not just being a paladin. SMH. Okay, we're going. Oh shit. Okay, we got it. We're fine. This is a tank buster. All tanks to the front. This is a triple hitting tank buster.
Oh wait, I'm not a tank.
Pop a mitt if you're up here. This is raid wide. Aether shields, addles, and reprisals. We're hitting Aether shields on every single raid wide. Have a little bit of party mitt as well if you'd like. Okay, first weapon is staff.
140,000. Oh, nope, my uptime.
Getting out. Get out after you get out.
Farewell uptime.
Okay, next weapon. Sword. Get in front of her. Get in front on the ignore 1. In front on the ignore 1. Next up will be bow. We'll be behind her. We'll be behind her.
And excellence is gone.
Bow is first, very sadly. The bow staff sword. Okay, tanks to the front again for a tank buster. You got a quick march, a force march. Take a look at that. See which direction you're going to be marching in. We're going to be marching either toward B or D. March toward B. March toward B. We have somebody going down back out there. If you are a healer and they re-raise, rescue them. Rescue those re-raisers. Okay, you got a temperature. Look at your temperature. Figure out what temperature you're going to get hit by. Arrows are on toward the D marker. Follow them down. Good luck. I can't solve this for you.
It's this one.
Aether shields, addles, and reprisals. Aether shields, addles, and reprisals. Raid wide is coming up. Gonna need to be in front of her on the ignore 1 next. The swords will be coming up. Wait, is it staff? No, staff next. I need to drag her for the center. Fuck. Okay, we're fine. Get out after she stops spinning. Get out after she stops spinning.
My uptime.
Get out now. Get out now. I corrected myself. We got uptime. We're gaming. It's going to be meteors with proximity markers on the edge of the arena, so we're going to be stacked up on toward the 3 marker. You got a temperature here. Take a look at that, figure out what you need, and you got a force march.
Gotta get
look at that force march, figure out which direction you're marching in. You're going to need to march to one of the corners.
Backwards again.
Figure out where you're marching now. It's going off in 3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Going back to the center of the arena-ish for a raid wide, Aether shields, addles, and reprisals. Next up, you can stack up toward the ignore 1 marker as swords will be coming up next. You need to be in front. hold your 2 minutes if they are coming up, as she'll be going on targetable soon. You got your temperature, take a look at that. Figure out what you need to get hit by. I'm going to be calling out safe spots. This is not necessarily where you'll need to go, but it is safe. Safe spot is 2. Safe spot is 2. Do not be intercardinal of 2. Do not be on 4. If you're on 4, you are dead.
Oh, I messed up.
Safe spot is 4. Safe spot is 4. Do not be intercardinal of 4. Do not be on 2. If you are on 2, you are dead. Okay, 2 minutes if you have them. Raid wide, Aether Shield. Aether Shield, adults, and reprisals here. The raid wide coming up. Bow 2 will be next. She's gonna recenter herself. Meaning we need to get to the south behind her soon. There it is. Get behind her. Get behind her.
And 15
There's no tank buster here on the start, so we're fine. There's gonna be no force march. We're gonna be needing to get cardinal east or west on the green tile east or west. You pop your sprint if you're toward the fire. Go to D. Go to D. Sorry, I called that a little bit weirdly. Probably, yeah, I cut a few people. My bad. Okay, here we're getting a temperature and a brand as well as a force march. Do you have your temperature? Solve for your brand now. Do your math.
Need 1 fire.
You're getting a quick march here too, so you need a quick march into the arrow that you need. Make sure you're counting for your quick march.
The left. Right high.
Good luck.
1 fire is... Oh god, it's going to be this way. Don't touch the fire! There we go.
Okay. Aether Shields, Addles, and Reprisals here. Aether Shields, Addles, and Reprisals here. This is the raid wide. Tanks on the wall with me on the ignore 1. There's gonna be a tank buster right about now. Gonna drag her center right after. Do we hold? Yeah, we hold. We're gonna hold for after this mechanic. No more damage. No more damage.
No more damage.
Stop all damage. Stop all damage. Stop all damage. Everyone out after chef spinning. Out now. Out now. Gonna get back in. It's gonna be meteors. We're no force marching on this meteor. You're gonna get a temperature and a brand here. Solve your brand. Do your math. You're gonna be walking to the meteor you need.
1
gonna
fire.
Be one of the 4 squares at your meteor will be the safe spot. Vetsa might be jumping there. A little bit mid on this, and walk to the meteor you need. The safe spot is corners, far corners, outer corners. Okay, if you have Aether Shields, Addles, and Reprisals. Aether Shields, Addles, and Reprisals here. And then LB3 right after this cast goes off. LB3 now. LB3 now.
Ah!
Okay, get in front, get in front, get in front. Swords, get in front. Make sure you've LB3'd, otherwise kill. I don't want to see this.
Okay. There was a party with healers down. Okay.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. If you have both healers down, make sure you mark your healers.
They are marked.
Okay. I didn't even notice them.
Yeah, I didn't see back there.
Yeah, if you have both healers in your party down, make sure you mark them so that they are priority to get up, so that we can get healer LB3 off in that party if need be. Looks like we're all good though. If you're new, go ahead and head on back to those pink traps. They don't actually make you explode. I was just saying that. Head on back to those pink traps. We're going to show you what they do. Oh shit, you already walked into it. Okay, well, everyone walked to there's a second trap. stand around it. Make sure everyone is around it before popping it. And once everyone's around it that wants it, go ahead and run into it. Look at that. It makes you many. Wow. Not an explosion trap. Who would have thought?
I just got a DM from a friend that says, playing Factorio all by yourself, beautiful. And then he immediately follows it up with, wait, aren't you in a fucking DRS run?
Yeah, it'd be that way.
I was like, Terry, you don't understand.
The
factory must grow.
If anybody's confused by we're mini right now, it's to unlock the Minotaur encounter. We're gonna walk through this gate ahead of us right here. It's currently down.
It's too big for all of us big people to get through.
Yeah, we're gonna walk straight through that gate. Only one person can do it, sadly, but they're gonna walk straight through and they're gonna keep walking forward, and it's gonna unlock the gate for us. Now we've gotten to the Minotaur. Yeah, do not. Once we get through this loading zone here, there are traps ahead. Don't move past that doorway. Beware of traps.
Well,
oh, I didn't. Oh, I thought I packed a percept. Okay, well, we're doing it this way then.
Oh no!
Everyone, stand away from the door.
Oh no!
Crap, we have a percept.
Why?
Too bad.
Okay, well, we don't have traps anymore.
No more traps. They don't exist. I'm Paladin. I get to do that this time.
Alright, Graph, do it again, please. And this time don't roll a 1.
What? Oh.
A 3, okay.
Okay, okay, we're at Minotaur. Awesome. If you're wondering why we have to do this encounter, because like the question pops up every time, is because if we don't kill Minotaur here, Queen has a bunch of buffs on her that make her unkillable and do a lot of damage. And if we don't kill this encounter, so we have to do this. It is required. Oh wait, no, I have a marker. I have literally set up for this. What am I doing? There we go. This is, yeah, a lot of people like to consider this the support fate of DRS. Alright, looks like we already have tanks that know what they're doing, it would seem. So we're good there. If you're wondering what the A and the D marker is for, it is for reflectors and dispellers. If you're a healer with reflect or dispel, reflect on A, dispel on D, stand in between for both if you have both. I just want to make sure that we do have, in fact have healers with dispel and reflect for this fight. I'm gonna explain what you guys are gonna do here in a second, but just make sure that we do have those available. Okay, so Minotaur himself, the Sigma Lord, is kind of a joke of a fight. I'm gonna go ahead and pop up guide. The whole fight is ad phase. This whole entire fight is just ad phase. It's the hardest part. The reason we have these markers down is because of ad phase. Basically, what's going to happen during ad phase is Lord's going to go untargetable in the center of the arena. There's going to be 4 Minotaurs that spawn around him. If you're looking at... You can look at the last picture, you can look at the first picture on the guide. You can see the 4 ads, they spawn. The first picture is going to shows you in the first of, like, showing of the arena. Basically, when ad phase starts, that blue area on that picture, or even you can see in the arena, the blue area, there's 2 rings that are gonna be safe to stand on, these white rings. This blue area is gonna turn into a death wall during ad phase. Another lost the party C. Yeah, I think Rika left, possibly. So we might want to have someone in party C move to party D. Is that what it is? Something like that? I don't know who wants to move, but if someone wants to volunteer to move from party C to party D, that'd work. I don't know who is in party C. I just need a volunteer. Any volunteer, make sure we have LB3.
Wasn't Reiko one of our Rens?
Were they?
Yeah. I just
What the
scrolled up.
hell?
They were Ren 1.
Oh, that's great. I love that. I love it when that happens. I still do need somebody from Party C to mimic the other Ren for Queen. The duelist.
That's actually fucking insane.
Naughty Dog left? Okay, Naughty Dog is in the back there. They have a square above their head.
Can you mimic Ren as a tank? No.
Who is party lead can invite Naughty Dog. That'd be great. Done. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna continue with this. We'll figure out Ren's not important here. We'll figure it out on Queen. If like one of the excellence melee or something has an mimic, then maybe they can do it. But yeah, so what was I saying? Okay, yeah. The tanks are basically the Minotaurs are gonna spawn. The tanks are gonna be dragging the Minotaurs out from where the Lord is currently standing, so they're going to spawn around him in northeast, southwest directions, and they're going to drag him out and bring him to the cardinal directions. Then they're going to bring him in a circle around the arena and just kite them, basically. They walk really, really slowly, as long as they're not next to another Minotaur. And as they do that, everyone else will be DPSing them down. Yeah. But while that's happening, on the first rotation, so say Diddy's on number 4, I guess, yeah. Say Diddy's on number 3 here at south. Basically, what Diddy would be doing is walking in one cardinal direction from south to west, and then once he gets to west, all these intercardinal areas will turn orange, and there'll be traps that spawn in those areas, as you can see in the second arena image. After those spawn, our main tanks. Is there any tank that needs an off tank for these trap popping? Say so now, or forever hold your peace, as you will be popping traps. But yeah, you'll basically be walking. Once the traps have popped, all tanks are going to be popping their sprint and popping their invuln and running through their next section. And once they've done that, all traps will be popped and everyone's fine to move around the arena. But for the most part, if you're not one of those tanks that are moving around the arena, you're going to be standing on the south, like little cubby hole here. You're going to be DPSing the Minotaurs down as they come to you, because they'll be dragged around the arena in a circle, and the tanks will be dragging them to you. You kill them as they come to you. The only other thing is that the center ring, that smaller ring and closer to Lord, is where the reflectors and dispellers come in over here on the A&D markers. These healers will be standing on that center ring, the smaller ring, and they will be reflecting fire orbs, just like the reflect orbs in Queensguard, or dispelling the earth orbs. There's gonna be a stone skin buff on them. You need to dispel it and then hit it with like a dot or something to kill it. That's the only thing the healer's doing, pretty much. Besides that, literally everybody will be doing the Fateful Words mechanic. That being Sacrificer's Pull or Wanderer's Push. You can see that in the third image, the second image, even the first. Literally all the images, I think, have this. It's a little debuff. If it's Sacrifice's Pull, it looks like the Minotaur's slurping up noodles. If it's Wanderer's Push, it looks like the Minotaur's pushing you down a bunch of stairs. Basically, that is a pull in or knock back. Once again, Wanderer Push, knock back, Sacrifice Pull in. You need to be standing on, you see these little cubbies on the ground on the ring. You need to be standing in one of those cubbies depending on what debuff you have. So if you have the pull, you need to be standing on the outside cubby to get pulled in. And if you got push, you got to be standing on the inside cubby to get pushed out. If you're not standing on one of these cubbies, you're gonna get pushed into the death wall and die. That's what the cubbies are there for. The other thing, the cubbies, I guess the cubbies are also there for the lightning. There's gonna be lightning circle that pops up around on all the arena, and you need to be in a cubby to not get hit by that. That's pretty much it. You forever nap one day.
Food.
Okay, looks like we're good. just reading yell chat. Okay, if you're ready, let me pull up these markers. If you're ready, stand on the 3 marker. If you're not sure what you're doing, ask away. But pretty much everyone, if you're not a tank or you're not one of those healers in a ring, you're standing on the 3 marker. Simple as that. It looks like everyone's good though. I want to go ahead and start a countdown. I'm not explaining anything about Lord because he is honestly a joke of a fight in and of himself. If you get a rapid bolt, take it out to the edge of the arena. If you get a fucking AoE, fucking get out. if the AoE goes off, get out. It's as simple. Simple as that.
It's actually very complicated.
Be a tank. Can we a tank buster going off here? After one auto after this tank buster, hit your knockback immunity. Get your knockback immunity right about now. Walk through if you're melee. To where I am. Baited away from our casters in the back. Unfortunate. Hey, we got one. Oh, unfortunate again. And we are pushed. We have pushed tanks and healers to your spot. DPS to the south. Minnows are coming out soon. There they are. We're DPSing down this Minotaur to the south. I didn't talk about it, but you should have held your actions. You probably didn't. That's why the Minotaur died so fast, but be holding your actions for this right here. Okay, we're in the south, be on a cardinal. Tanks are walking through. Popping traps.
Jump here, I'll die.
Words are going out here shortly. Words are out now. Do your words, do your words, do your words, do your words, do your words. Do your words. Words are very important. Do them. Okay. There's gonna be a bolt going around. You would be in a cubby again here shortly. There it is, be in a cubby. Okay, you're free to move around the edge of the arena as you see fit. Dodge these AoEs on the ground. Move anywhere around the edge of the arena. Doesn't matter where you are. Okay, you're getting another word debuff, but it's not going off ever. Buff calling. Congratulations. Raid wide that isn't all that raid. I don't know.
Shadow Legends.
Yeah, look, rapid bolts. You can take those out, or you can take them to your favorite person. I don't really care. PvP is mildly enabled. Get out. Get really far out. This is a big-ass AoE.
Oh! No, 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 no! Ow! That was bad.
I just almost buff-cold my fucking Brecky Pest Cat. What the hell?
Nope, 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 nope.
Okay, get out. Get away from this proximity. About half the arena is safe. Get back in. Wax coming out. 20 of them to be precise. Make sure you have gauge for Queen. It's pretty low already. Oh. We're not actually going for walkies, we kill. Make sure you grab the chest north of the arena. And make sure we're raising dead. Only a couple of people dead, it looks like. It's gotten to the point where you need to take the Minotaur for walkies at the start of the fight if you want the walkies. We kill too fast.
Yeah.
Are those Aether Minotaur? Are those Minotaur hallway markers? Grr. Oh, we need to wait for this cutscene now. Get this person up. Yeah, still one more person dead. Why do they? Why do you dodge a rise? That's what we were saying. Or that's why I was saying like, LB3 is so important. A rise on a divine healer, specifically a divine healer, is only a 10% chance to get the person up. So if you go down, the healers are using lots of arises to get you up because it is only a 10% chance. You're bringing quite a few arises because I do adjust my healer pulsers for learning runs to carry a lot of arises, but it is the arises aren't cheap. Compassions are annoying to farm.
Not if you do the the glue factor.
Not if you do the Omni farm. But
they're also like extremely easy to farm with a tank and 3 machinists, as we have found out.
That's true.
That was my favorite thing that I've cooked up. Dude, when my DMs with Celery that week were fucking evil.
Okay. Welcome to Queen, the last fight. Poggers. I'm gonna be solo tanking this, so I don't need any other tanks to help out with that. So that's good. These are not the markers I want. Where are the markers? Those are the markers I want. With BR FOP, I have just BR. Aether Shield. But yeah, I'll be doing main tank stuff here. So we don't need that. We do need shell reapplied. So if you need shell, line up along the bridge behind the purple line. Make sure you're grabbing shell, all that good stuff. I could pop it as well and apply it, but I can't shell and talk at the same time. It's so hard.
He's just like me.
We have enough serial shellers, yeah. So once you have shell, you can run across the purple line. It's just best so that the shellers know who already has shell. It's easy that way. After the tanks have shelled, you can once again reapply Aether Shield. It's the same thing as TA. Raid wides hurt a lot. We're going to be Aether Shielding all raid wides. Also, I didn't talk about it at TA, but C4s. Make sure you're hitting C4 on raid wides. It helps a ton. Like, healers don't have to heal nearly as much. And it's free for you.
Press button.
No GCD. Okay, Queen. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop up guide. Queen. Okay. There's a lot of images there. I'm not gonna go over all of them this time because, like normal chess, it'll pretty much be follow the ignore one marker. Except for I will still try to call out where to go exactly in terms of markers, but you can pretty much follow the ignore one marker and you'll probably be safe for normal chess. The super chess, I'm gonna go over how I call super chess. Super chess, basically there will be a safe spot on either north or south. We'll need to march our way to that safe spot. And we'll need to start the opposite side of where the safe spot is. So say the safe spot is north. We're gonna start on the south side, and say both are. If you're looking at the second image, say both are open, both safe. My call out for that, for instance, would be something like 5s on 4, 6s in the corner, 7s on 3, in terms of like waymarks and stuff like that. And I'll call out where all of them go. What you should realize though is that those added up numbers, if you're looking at the third image, you get two debuffs that will you got to add those up to figure out which number you are, but you're only walking one of those up at a time. And the best way to look at that is not to really look at you can look at the timers and figure out which one comes first, but there'll be dots above your head. just use the dots above your head and walk that many dots. If you walk too far, you're gonna do one spike above your head, walk back a square. That's simple. Oh, that's yeah, Lorian brings up another good point. 5s and 7s will always be on a black tile. 6s will always be on a white tile. It's the best way to think about it if you're ever like confused about which tile you should be on, or if you want to try figuring it out for yourself. Relentless Play 2. Look at Eric's video. He just put out a really cool video. Watch that.
I'm not even in game. Did Eric ask how do we do Relentless Play 2?
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Eric's video is awesome. I'm gonna call out exactly where to go for that though. I'll pretty much just call out like where to go. You could pretty much like follow the ignore one there as well, but I'll also call it like where in terms of markers where to go. For the safe spot on Relentless Play 2, as well as basically all the Relentless plays, like 1, 2, 3, like all of them are just guard. Like you just remember Queen's Guard. Everything that happened in Queen's Guard happens in this fight during the Relentless plays. Like show hole, the puddles on the ground, even bombs later on. Like the knockback with Shield Omen, like all of that comes back. Everything from Queen's Guard, all the mechanics come back in this fight. So there's that. I'm not gonna explain them, but that's how they are. I'm gonna call out how to do them, where to go, but that's what they are. Yeah. That's pretty much all I'm gonna explain. There's a lot of call outs for this one. I'm gonna do my best to call out everything, where to go and whatnot. There's not a ton of things for you to figure out for yourself. Except for like super chess. Super chess is the main one, except for the fact that I call out exactly where you should be standing for your starting position. If you're ready, you can stand on the south tile, where the ignore one is. Not too far ahead. Not too far ahead. Don't go far. Okay, I should probably stand in the middle of the tile. Stand in the middle of the tile. Don't go too much farther ahead of this line. Don't dance. Yeah. You go too much further ahead of this line of this first tile, you will baseball. It's a little bit further ahead than the line, but I just like to stand here because I know where the pull distances are. It looks like people are ready though. Carter, you good? Henro, you good? Carter's playing Factorio.
Yeah.
Whenever Henro is good. I don't know what they're doing behind the line. Unless they said like BRB or something. Pushing a burrito. Burrito savage. You got it. Okay, well, I'm gonna start a countdown then. We're gonna get this going. I'm gonna do all the tank busters and whatnot. I'm gonna do Blood Rage form. I have a skill in my bag in case I don't have skill. We're gonna hit this going. Food check, pots, all that good stuff. This is the last boss. Make sure we're doing damage. I forgot to sort out a render, but it's fine. First things first is a raid wide. There it is. Aether Shield, Addles, and Reprisals now. Okay, normal chest coming up. Really hard mechanic to call. Like north and middle, not great. Okay, we're hoping for a west. We're going east. Okay, black tile on the wall, black tile on the wall, either one. Stay on the wall, stay on the wall, stay on the wall, or the middle. Middle column or on the wall. Sorry, I looked at that a bit late because I needed to make sure I kept my Blood Rage. Oh, why does Diddy have it? Diddy, what the fuck? Wait. Off your stances. Okay. We're good. Aether Shields, Addles, and Reprisals.
Oh, Duelist had aggro.
Oh, I didn't even notice. My bad. I thought I was lobbing for a while. What the hell, Eric? Okay, super chest coming up. You're gonna be a safe spot on either north or south. We're looking at where it is. It is north. We're going south. We are going south. It is back unsafe. Side is safe. So 5's on 4, 6's on the white tile between the 4 and C marker. 7's on C. 5's on 4, 6's on the white tile, 7's on C. Looks like 5's on 5, 6's on 6, 7's on C. Walk up the 4 column. Walk up the 4 column. All the way to the wall. If you walk up too far, you have a doom spike above your head, walk back a square. Walk to the safe spot now. No.
Farewell.
Okay. Gonna be having God Save the Queen. This is another raid white. Aether Shield add on reprisal. Soon we have a duty gauge filling up. It just appeared. So the sovereignty bar is gonna hit 100 and have a ding. When that ding happens, hit your light curtains. I didn't even talk about these. You have light curtains in your bag, hit them. Otherwise, stay away from the giant orbs that spawn. Hit your light curtains now. Stay away from the giant orbs if you don't have one. Get inside an orb. Get inside an orb, by the way. Sorry, I didn't even talk about that. I'm dumb. Okay, this is gonna be the first one. Let's play. Okay, I have some weird lag going on. We have the gunner in the northwest. You're gonna face your open spot toward the gunner at the northwest. Give me North Sway and Glow as well as puddles in the ground. We're going east. Tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. Open spot toward the gunner. And towards the turret on the wall now, sorry. Oh my god, my calls are so bad right now. Okay. Next Relentless Play coming up. This is Relentless Play 2. Hold your 2 minutes if they're coming up soon. Hold your 2 minutes. She's gonna go untargetable. Okay. We are going toward the D marker. Toward the D marker. Get knocked toward. No, don't go toward. You're knocked away. Knocked from the middle toward the D marker. Sorry. Going. Looks like we're north or east. We are all the way east. Pop your sprint. Go to B. Small triangle on B. Pop your sprint. Go to B. Small triangle. Okay, 2 minutes here. Pop your 2 minutes, pop your actions, pop your big buffs. 8 raid wide, Aether Shields, Addles, and Reprisals. Gonna go to the super chest here shortly. Okay, we're looking for our safe spot. Safe spot is south. We're going north. Both safe. Looks like 6's in the corner, 7's on the 1, 5's on the 2. 5's on 2, 6's in the corner, 7's on the 1. 5's on 2, 6's in the corner, 7's on the 1. Walking up the 2 column. Walk up the 2 column, walk up your first debuff. If you walk too far, walk back a tile. Walk into the safe square. End in the safe square always. Okay, here is where if you have LB3, take a look at your gauge, your LB gauge. Make sure you have LB3. If you have it, healers, go to the center in LB3. The last tank buster. Once again, healers, make sure you have it, and healer LB3 in the center now. Okay, here comes the next relentless play. Could be stacking up, stack up on the ignore one, stack up on the ignore one, or on the C marker. Gonna be a shield omen. We're staying, whenever this knight jumps on top of us, we're staying close to him, but we're going towards a certain direction, toward the east. In his hitbox, toward the east. Okay, this is not safe. There's turrets. This is just like normal mode turrets. Right about, okay, that's not great. Okay, light curtains. Stay away from orb if you don't have light reflect. Get inside a bubble. Looks like the spell has happened. I forgot to talk about the spell as well, but get inside a bubble. Okay. And yeah, that's great. Raid wide, Aether Shields. LB3 now if you still have it.
Ooh. Yay!
Otherwise, congrats.
That's a lot of people.
That was some scuffed calls. That was some awful calls. Not my best.
Okay, I'm asking Player Star, but this is really fun. I want to learn to do this more.
How many did we clear? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people. 16 people cleared.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's very much appreciated.
Yeah, no problem. It's awesome. This is fun. I hope everyone else had fun. I did.
Feet.
Let's mark people that are dead that are new, please. I have a couple sacks on me. I can get those people up. Oh, I got Doom. Fuck.
Leave the instance.
I have another sack I want to use.
You'll bounce.
Please. Yeah, let's go.
What does Himbo say? Never punished?
I'm gonna use my second sack. Neon White, get over here. Best game.
It's funny, I
Oh, you're gonna do
before the game.
Leave.
Now the real question is, are you dead on the other side?
Wait, why'd I
or did
leave?
you-
I should. Yeah, I'm dead. I shouldn't have left. We gotta get pictures. SMH. If you want
my
pictures, you can go to
favorite
the
is-
tree in the back. But I already left.
I love
sadly.
waking up dead on the outside.
I have my home point set to Doman Enclave.
That's so you,
Just for
dude.
this.
I think you might need help.
I live in the Doman. I live in Gangos. Okay, it was fun. Okay, so hopefully everyone had fun. I know I did. Congrats to everyone who cleared. We got 16 clears today, so that's awesome. Well, we did it in one try too. No slimes or golems wipes. That was amazing.
Let's go.
But yeah, I hope everyone had fun, and thanks for joining. None of the can't do DRS without all the other people joining, especially all the vets. I know there's a ton of you guys that joined.
Yeah,
Nothing
thank you
bad
very
ever
much to
happened.
everyone who knows
True.
what they're doing.
Yeah, no problem. I enjoy this content, and I want more people to get into it. It's always fun. I wouldn't still be here 2.5 years later if not for it being probably my favorite content in the game. So
Yeah. I've been here for like 9 months now. Don't see myself leaving anytime soon.
Your dog is going to be in your achievements, by the way.
everyone got up. Poggers. No, you get to go to Jonathan Gradania. He'll have your dog.
He's
Talk to him.
lonely.
He's lonely.